Welcome back. We are joined now by Sports Information Director Clark Teuscher. Clark, thanks for stopping by.
It's good to be here.
Big weekend this weekend for the men's and women's cross-country team as they head to the CCIW Championships at North Park. The men are going for their 38th conference victory in a row. Is there anything that can stop them?
Well, the other teams, they're going to have to race to win it. It's not going to be something that they're just going to be able to show up and claim it because they've won it so many times. And I think they understand that. So they're going to approach it just like they do any other meet and try to perform business as usual. And history tells us that that's been typically enough to get it done. They've
been number one all year in not only the region but national rankings. Do you think that adds some pressure to them or helps boost their confidence going into these races?
I don't know that it affects too much out there. The system that Al and Frank have going on, it's based on getting them used to that kind of pressure by putting them into the large meets and the big competitions early in the season. So they develop a routine to deal with that sort of thing. So I doubt that rankings really play heavily into their psyche heading into what is going to be a pretty competitive meet this weekend.
And it's sort of a big shadow to get out from underneath with the men's team right there. But the women's cross-country team having a really good season, and the women and Coach Mahesh going for their third straight CCIW championship. Am I right?
Yeah, they won going away last year after a close victory the year before. So they've been able to achieve some team success lately, and they're certainly the favorite heading into this weekend as well. So I don't think they really bother too much trying to compare themselves with the men's program. Nobody across the country really can do that. So they're focused on their own results, and they've been doing very well at that.
Who are some of the top teams that the women might have to watch out for at the conference meet?
Well, Wheaton's team has been strong in recent years. They haven't, last year they weren't quite up to where they had been previously, but that's always been a tough competitor, and they've emerged as a competitor on the men's side as well.
Do you think both these teams are focused on this weekend, or are they maybe looking ahead to nationals as well?
I don't think there's much chance of looking ahead to the regionals and nationals with this group. They really take pride in being able to be successful within the conference, and it's one of the goals every year when they start out.
After dropping a tough game to the Carthage Redmen, the men's soccer team probably is going to need a little help if they want to make the CCIW tournament at the end of the year.
Well, they can start by helping themselves by winning Wednesday night. They don't win that one, then none of these really tiebreaker scenarios or anything like that really come into play over the weekend. And they do have a tough way to finish up the regular season against North Park on the road, which North Park's currently leading the conference and hasn't lost a game all year.
Right.
So, it's going to be a battle, but they knew that going in. And, this is life in a tough conference. If you're not ready, you're going to get flattened. And so they'll have to make sure that they're prepared and ready to go from the start on Wednesday.
Looking ahead to a winter sport, men's basketball, Landon Gamble named to the preseason regional team. Not bad for only a freshman.
Well, he had a great year last year in his first year with the program. Started off a little slow, as did the rest of the team. But as they kind of came together and got used to their own roles on the team, we saw a great deal of improvement in that squad. And they're certainly in a better place to start the season this year with 3 returning starters and 7 or 8 guys who played significant varsity minutes last year. So it's good for Landon and for the program to be able to get some recognition like that, and hopefully they can continue to improve upon that as the season progresses.
Clark, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
That's all the time we have for this week's Red Zone. The Cardinals face off against Elmhurst on Saturday, kickoff set for 7 p.m. The Red Zone will be there. We hope you will too. I'm Marc Dahlquist. See you right back here next week on the Red Zone.